In the heart of the historical center, we have a lot of graffitis. Some of them are made by important artists. Some others are talking about the culture of Naples, like the murales of Pino Daniele, one of the greatest musicians and singers that the city of Naples ever seen. He was the man who brought to Naples the blues here, and he passed away several years ago. That's why we have TV Boy, the artist who made Pino Daniele with the wings. And right in the heart of Tribunale Street, nearby the under restoration church of Complesso dei Gerolomini, you can see the famous and the only work of Banksy in Italy. Here you are. Was made in 2006 and is representing the transport of a saint, Santa Caterina, with a gun on top. Always this incredible contrast. The city black and white, the city of Pulcinella, a white hat with a black mask, the city of the Serene Parthenope. And here you are, that Banksy could feel in this incredible place some vibes. There were two other Banksy that other artists covered. So this one here was protected by the Pizzeria Presidente and the small shop selling ancient stuff called Agostino Pazzo. The contrast between pagan and Christianity is still alive here in Naples. Outside the stunning facade of San Paolo Maggiore Church, we can still find columns of an old temple of the 1st century AD that was dedicated to the Oscuri, the two sons of Zeus. And then, in the late 8th century, was built a church on top. This church was made because of the victory of the Neapolitans over the Saracens. In the 15th and 16th century, the entire church was completely restored by Teatini, monks devoted to San Gaetano. That's why we have the sculpture of the patron saint there. This incredible church is facing San Gaetano Square, where we have been to the underground and the famous artisan streets, San Gregorio Armeno. Now we can find the two sculptures of St. Peter and St. Paul, but before the two sculptures made by important local artists, there were the two Roman statues of the Oscuri, the two twins. Look how incredible, huge columns, part of the old temple. We are going now to explore one of the oldest cults of Naples. Where is placed this cult is all over the city of Naples, but in this small chapel called the Chiesa di Santa Luciella, I want to show you something special, please. In the early 14th century, the family of Bartolomeo di Capua wanted to build for himself or for his relatives a small chapel. That's why we can see the intersections of the Gothic arches, a very late Gothic style. But the story of this small chapel that was dedicated to Santa Lucia, St. Lucy, or well called Santa Luciella, small Lucy because it's a small chapel, actually the history of this place started in the early 18th century, when the corporation of Mastri Pipernieri, people who worked the famous volcanic stone that was so hard to cut that many pieces could go in their eyes, so they wanted to be devoted to the patron of the site, Santa Lucia. Here you are, St. Lucy. The history of this place started then when this corporation took over, and they built also an underground chamber to bury part of their fratelli, brothers, the brotherhood basically, and something special happened with the cult of deaths. I want to show you first, before going down there, an incredible action that the young people of the city, young professionalism of the art history and archaeology, they are restoring this incredible heritage that we have here. Most of churches are closed since the earthquake of 1980, and people like Massimo, Francesca of the association called Respiriamo Arte, they are giving to these secrets a new life. That's the Baroque altar that is under restoration right now. But let's go to the underground chamber now. You won't believe to your eyes that where we are going now was a place where a lot of trash has been sent down there for years. For example, they found the old Coca-Cola of Italia 90, the World Cup 1990, or the historical Peroni Italian beer. So imagine that for years the underground of this hidden gem was used as a bin, and where we are going now, there was not even the staircase, but there was some bricks covering the entrance. Prego. It's a very holy place. It's a sacred place that needs our respect always. Prego. Here you are. It's another world. We are to the underground of the city of Naples, and this place, it's so uncommon. There are no other spots like this in the other cities. It's not Cappuccini friars or catacombs. It's a small chapel, an underground chamber where the members of the Brotherhood of Pipernieri used to be buried in a holy land to the underground in their skulls. For centuries has been buried here. But why it's so special? Because during the cleaning of this place, they found something special, the so-called skull with the ears. Here you are. Here the mix of esotericism, Christianity, pagans is all mixed together. The skull with the ears was the doorway to the other world. Imagine people came here for centuries talking to the skull with the ears that was placed here, speaking to him forward to be in contact with their relatives of the other world. And imagine that people started to have a great devotion for the horse here, helping them to reach the heaven, the so-called cult of Purgatory. Helping them reaching the heaven, they had somebody that could help humans in their life. Miracle. That's why all of their signs, symbol of disease. For example, people had problem of the breast, body, eyes, saved by them, the so-called saints of Naples. Today, people are still leaving messages to them. Means that 2020, a world full of technology, we are talking through two screens. People are still coming here, leaving their messages to them, helping them. The material charity of the city of Naples. hidden gems.